Have you ever wondered why certain stories just work? Think about your favorite book or that movie you can watch over and over. Every single one of them has a hidden blueprint, a kind of secret recipe. And today, we're going to open up the toolbox and see how they're built. So let's start with a puzzle. What on earth could a whodunit mystery, a deeply personal life story, and a play about ancient Rome possibly have in common? I mean, they feel like they come from completely different universes, right? But believe it or not, they do share one crucial starting point. And that's what it all comes down to. Genre isn't some dusty set of rules you have to follow. It's a storyteller's toolkit filled with all kinds of creative choices they use to build the worlds that we love to get lost in. So, you ready? Let's pop the latches on this toolkit and take a look at the very first and probably the most important choice any storyteller has to make. When we're talking about stories that are written down, it all begins with this one massive question. Is this story based on what is real or what's imagined? This is the Great Divide. Yeah, this is that fundamental fork in the road. On one side, you have fiction, the incredible world of what if, and on the other, you've got nonfiction, the world of what is. This single decision sets up everything that follows. It tells the audience what to expect and really sets the stage for the entire experience. Now, once a writer decides to head down that fiction path, a whole new tray of tools slides open. You can think of these as different flavors or even entire sandboxes to play in. You want to solve a crime? Grab the mystery tools. You want to build a world with magic and dragons? That's fantasy. Or maybe explore distant galaxies? That's science fiction. Each one gives you a framework for an amazing made-up story. Okay, let's hop over to the nonfiction side of the workshop. The first tool we pull out is the biography. This is the story of a real person's life, but it's told by somebody else. It's an outside-in perspective. Right next to that in the toolkit, you'll find its sibling, the autobiography. The difference is so simple, but absolutely crucial. This time, the person who lived the life is the one telling the story. It's coming straight from the source. And believe me, that nonfiction shelf is packed with even more specialized tools. A memoir, for instance, doesn't try to cover an entire life. It zooms in on one specific, powerful experience. Informational text has one job, to teach you something. And an essay? That's all about exploring a single idea or opinion. See? They all present the truth, just in very different packages. All right, so far we've been talking about words on a page. But some stories are meant to leap off the page. They're designed to be seen, to be heard, to be felt. These are the specialized tools for creating really powerful, unique effects. And that brings us to our next big tool, drama. This isn't just a story, it's a literal blueprint for a performance. It's designed to be brought to life by actors with dialogue, stage directions, the whole shebang. Within the world of drama, the storyteller gets to choose exactly how they want the audience to feel. Do they want to explore heavy, serious ideas that end in sorrow? That's a tragedy. Or do they want to make you laugh and leave the theater feeling great? That's a comedy. The goal directly shapes the tool you use. Just take a second and let this one sink in. An old silent pond. A frog jumps into the pond. Splash. Silence again. You can almost see it, can't you? You can hear that splash and then the quiet that comes after. What you just experienced there, that was a haiku, which is a perfect example of our next tool, poetry. Poetry isn't about writing long paragraphs. It's all about compression. It uses rhythm and powerful imagery to distill a huge feeling or a vivid picture into just a few perfect words. And now we get to the oldest tools in the entire workshop, folklore. These are the stories our ancestors told around the fire, passed down for generations. They're the foundation of everything. You've got fables, using animals to teach us lessons. You've got myths, explaining how the world began. Legends, taking real historical figures and making them larger than life. And of course, fairy tales, exploring the timeless battle between good and evil. Okay, so we've laid out all these amazing, specialized tools. But here's the really cool part about modern storytellers. They almost never stick to just one. The real magic today happens when they start mixing and matching. Let's try it. We're going to build a modern genre right now. Okay, so a storyteller starts with a solid base. Let's say they pick historical fiction. So we've got a story set in a real time and place from the past, but with made-up characters. Okay, we've got our base. Now for the fun parts. Let's grab another tool from a completely different part of the kit. we're going to add the high-stakes, heart-pounding energy of a thriller. Lots of suspense, lots of action. And voila! What do you end up with? A page-turning historical thriller. You get all that rich detail of a past era, but it moves with the breathless pace of a modern suspense novel. It's the best of both worlds. And that's exactly how so many of today's most popular genres work. Think of things like romance, or thriller, or mystery. They're like these powerful flavor packs you can add to almost any base story. You can have a sci-fi romance, a fantasy mystery. The possibilities are endless. So what does this all mean for you? Well, the next time you pick up a book or start binge-watching a new show, you'll have this toolkit in your head. You can actually start to see the building blocks to spot the choices the creator made to give you the exact experience you're having. If you take away just one thing today, let it be this. Genre isn't a rule book. It's not a box. It's a creative choice. It's a whole collection of choices that a storyteller makes to build a world, to make you feel something, and to tell their story in the most powerful way they can. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question, doesn't it? Storytellers are always inventing, always mixing new combinations from the toolkit. So as you look around at the stories being told right now, what new blends do you see bubbling up? What do you think the next great story blueprint is going to be?